Alright, so what's happening here is I wasn't actually even going to put this on this year. I was just going to leave it because it's not overly useful. But I changed my mind kind of last minute here, started thinking about it, and there's quite a few different ways I could make this useful to limit the amount of time I'm spending shoveling snow or snowblowing. So I decided I am going to put this on this year even though it can't do a whole lot. I'm going to take it with me to commercial properties and do sidewalks and stuff with it as much as I can. If it's too much snow, I will end up snow blowing it either way, but with this, at least if it's a little bit less snow on the ground, this thing will knock it out super fast. Most of the sidewalks are about the width of this plow, so it'll work really well. I'm not sure yet. I'll put a little clip of a little idea I'm working out here at the end, so stay tuned for that, of how to haul this around without a trailer. So working on that, and also there's a very substantial issue with this plow that I realized it last year, didn't care that much because I wasn't really using it, but for this application there's a big issue that needs to be fixed. So I'll show you guys exactly what that issue is. Okay, so here is the issue I'm having. So I undid the pin, gonna turn this blade. Let me line these up real quick. Okay. Alright, I'll be back when I get this figured out. Alright, got it sorted, got the pin locked in. So this is what it looks like, but I'm about to show you, sorry I've got stuff all over here, what my problem is that makes this thing pretty much useless for sidewalks. So my plan would be from sidewalks, so I'll be going this way down the sidewalk, parking lot's here. So I want to be pushing the snow off onto the parking lot over here so that I can come through with the truck and pick up all that snow, so I'm not pushing it that way towards the building and the window wells for the basements and stuff. So the plow has to be able to angle so that I can push that snow off into where I can take it away with the truck. But got a little issue here, which it's not going to be too hard to fix, but it is not touching the ground over here. So what I'm gonna do, the problem is, see, if I put some weight on it, it'll touch, but I don't want it to have to be forced. So the mounting point where these pins are is just snug enough for the pins. So what I'm gonna do is drill it out just a little bit more so that there's give in this frame so that it can teeter with the contour of the ground better, and so that I can be touching all the time. So I'm going to unhook this whole thing so that I can drill out those holes more, and I'm hoping that'll do the trick. Alright, I'm going to show you how I unhook this. So first of all, obviously, unhook the winch, and then I just have a pin here, pull it out, and then see, this one is going to be harder to get out, right, because all the tension is on it right now because of the way this blade is set. So let's see. Somehow I'm gonna have to. Yep, there we go. Alright, so. And there you have it. Blade is completely removed. It takes like 5 seconds. So I think I'm gonna move this blade out into the open a little more so you guys can see what's going on, and drill out these holes. Okay, so there's a little bit of an issue. These holes are already drilled out as big as my biggest drill bit. That is very inconvenient. So I'm gonna see if I can wallow these out a little bit more. If not, I think the holes on the actual mower mount are not as big as they can be, so I will wallow these out a little bit and then we can see what we have going on from here. big as it's gonna get. So it did expand. It did get a little bit bigger, but not very much. Alright, so those were about 1 or 2 rings on this step bit away from the biggest hole. So now I will let you guys see. We'll find out how much more the machine can, how much bigger those holes can get. So this hole right here, if you can see my finger poking through there right here, is the one that the pins go through for this bracket. There's one on each side there for the plow. Now the one behind it back here is where the deck is supported when the deck is on. So actually I can have the blade over here and the deck on at the same time, but the deck is 54 inches and so is this blade, and it ruins ground clearance and all that, and I don't want the deck to be getting salt and stuff on it for no reason. So I take the deck off. It takes like 5 minutes and like 5 to 10 minutes to put back on. So I just pull it off. I will put the blade on here and it is good to go. So I will see how much bigger I can make these holes. And I don't have anything to lube this bit with. It's seen a few days. So yeah, this one's gonna be dying here soon. Alright, you can see these holes are actually turning out. Move this out of the way. Really, really nice. Very good, very good. Very smooth holes. So now we will get this one taken care of. I'm not going to video because you know what just happened. You don't want to watch it twice. So I will see you when this part's done. Alright, so I got the holes all drilled out as big as I can get them with this particular bit. So, bring the blade back over here. That is why I wear steel toe shoes, because that would have hurt very, very bad. Alright, it is a little hard with the blade at an angle, just because nothing lines up. But that's my fault. I left it that way a minute ago. So I deal with the consequences now. It is what it is. Alright. That's good. This cable's been snapped many, many times, so I just tie it back on. I could care less, honestly, right now. Plenty of cable left to do what I need, so. Alright. We still, man, are presented with the exact same problem. I do not think that helped at all. Not even slightly. So I gotta do some thinking and figure out what the deal is here. So, stay tuned for the solution. Okay, so my only thing I could think of was this bolt right here is the bolt that it's like the main point because the rest of it swivels on this bolt. So this is not the one that was on it. The one that was on it was snug. It was a lot shorter, so I had this one laying around, put it in to give it a little of, you know, a little slack to tip. Still doesn't do it. Just the way the frame is made, it's not gonna. So it's going to have to be here in the mount. So right now the plow's face down, just so you know how this is working. I'm going to attempt to just like make a rectangular shape, kind of, so that the plow can tip side to side like it should. So we will see if this works. I'm hoping it does. It's gonna be a little tricky to do with an angle grinder because that's about the only thing I got that I can make it cut like that. So I'm gonna try, see what I can do. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll find out. Alright, so very, very, very ugly, and it's gonna have some play, but besides that, I think hopefully this does the trick. That side I used the grinder, didn't work as well. This side I ended up drilling and then just kind of squaring it off with the Sawzall. Definitely not the best way to do it, but I'm hoping this solves the issue. So I'm gonna put it back on. I won't make you watch that again, and then give you guys an update and see. Hopefully this is the end of trying to find a solution. All right, I have not let it down once yet to see. So, whoa, just kicked you. So this is kind of the moment of truth. I really hope this is done now. Oh man. Why? Isn't it weird? I don't really know what the problem is. It's just that frame is just not, I don't know, it's just designed weird. Also, my cutting edge is a little not worn straight, but that shouldn't be the issue. But I think I'm gonna flip that cutting edge and see, and that's definitely part of the problem. I don't know why it's so much more worn on this side, but I'm gonna flip that. Maybe that'll fix it. I don't think so. It'll help, but I don't think that's our problem. So let's do that quick. So here's what I'm finding. So that is like 3 3/4. This end is like 2 1/2. That's a 1/4 inch difference, but that's just barely more than the gap we were struggling with. So hopefully by flipping it, the new straight edge will help. Also, if you didn't know, this used to be a moose plow. There's the old sticker from it. Painted it black just because the yellow didn't look right on the John Deere yellow, because it was a different shade. So I just painted it black because kind of universal color. But every single one of these bolts snapped taking them off. So I get to go to the hardware store which, yep, it's still open. Hopefully I can go get those real quick and then get back to it. So I will see you when I get back. Alright, I just got back from the hardware store. Just put these on. They aren't tightened yet. I just put them in. And I will show you there's kind of a cool reveal of how bad it was. If you look how much paint is showing up here. This was painted. Keep that in mind. This used to be yellow, obviously. This just spray painted, which obviously it's not great, but look at how much paint is showing up here from where the cutting edge is. I mean, you can see because this is worn. This is the old side, so now there's that much there, and down here it's just a tiny bit. So that shows that that side of the cutting edge was way worn down more than this, which will help this sit more level because that was the side that was leaving a gap. So we might have solved the problem. I don't know, but I know this will help. So I'm going to get these all cinched down real quick and see if maybe we fixed the problem or helped a little bit at least. Alright, I just gave them each a couple ugga-duggas. Put this thing down and we'll see where we're at. Alright, we're about to find out if that worked. Not even a little bit. Oh my goodness. It's the same if not bigger, the gap, which makes no sense in my mind whatsoever. Man. Well, I'm gonna have to keep thinking for a while and see what I can think up now. That was a waste of money and time. Alright, I found a solution. So, this is all kind of experimenting because, to be honest, I don't know if this is going to work. I think it will. It worked last year with the blade just straight. I'm not worried about the tractor. I'm just worried about this being angled, if that's going to work because of it not touching there, and if it'll push on this since it's on casters on the front. I don't know if the blade will just decide then and just kind of push it off to the side, but I think if it's a small enough snow it won't affect it too much. But as you can see, that screwdriver is not affecting it. It's just in the way, but we have no more gap. This is just because this floor is not perfectly level. It's kind of a bubble right here, but it's flat now. Now, the solution is kind of sketchy. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I just put way smaller pins on. So the ones that were on it were like, I don't know, 3/8 inch, maybe. Now we're down to like, I don't know if I'd call those 1/4 inch or not, but as you can see up here, that's the pins. They move a lot, and that kind of gives it room to move around and do what it wants. But the thing is, I don't know about the weight of this plow being held by just those. So we'll see. I think those could probably hold quite a bit. So I don't know, there's only one way to find out. So just gonna go with it and hope it works. But found a solution to a big problem. So now, in theory, this will work great. This plow is really cool. It's arced like real hard, so it really rolls the snow off the edge instead of just kind of pushing it. It's really nice plow. So hopefully this is the solution. Hopefully this works. I will definitely do some videoing this year, this winter season. We're looking at maybe actually getting some snow this week. That could very much change considering how crappy the weather has been lately and how inaccurate their predictions are. So we'll see. Hopefully maybe we can get some good snow, a good little 3 or 4 inch storm to kind of test everything out for the season, make sure we're all good. So yeah, stay tuned for that. You may get a video about snow plowing, maybe not. We'll kind of see, have to just go with the weather, but within the next couple of weeks I would assume we'll get some snow. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. That was kind of a struggle. I was a little frustrated, but I got it figured out for now at least. We'll see if it works. Thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for some videos of this thing plowing snow.